Coming to the green flag here for round number 9 of the FBRL Sony Cup Series season. Dejan Weeks on pole position in the number 30 alongside the number 10 of Dylan Schwamberg. Green flag in the air, and we are back racing here in the Sony Cup Series. Down at turn 1, Joseph Srigley in the 86 dives to the bottom lane, immediately looking to make up places in the 86 as he makes the aggressive move down the inside. The field fans through the first couple of corners as Dejan Weeks from the pole position clears Schwamberg for the lead. Schwamberg slides into the 30, trying to make the move up the inside, and someone's gone off track. That's the 91, the points leader of Zayden Davidson. The points leader is off track in the 91. A massive moment in the championship as Zayden goes off and a couple of other cars in trouble. Shade Eves is off, Bobby Jones in trouble. Jeffrey White has been stranded in the sand off in the corner. He cannot get the car out. But the points there, Zayden Davidson with trouble on lap at number 1. So here's what happens here as Zayden, he slid up into the 15, and Shade Eves came down to arc for the corner, and they got together, and that caused him to go off track. There was not a lot of room in that corner, and I'm surprised more cars than those 4 went off. This was separate, so what happens to Jeffrey White here? Ooh, Bobby Jones as White was trying to cut down on the 8 of Sanford. Jones threw it in there, and that sent them both off the track, and Jones was just able to get the car refired good enough to get off the grass, but Jeffrey White, he was not so fortunate. Back up at the lead, Weeks holds it, but Schwamberg is right there behind in the number 10, and he's looking to pounce with Zayden in the back of the field. That's going to open the points. That's going to, well, actually close the points gap a little bit for Schwamberg and Dejan Weeks. If they can run where they're at, this could potentially move them to first and second in points. Cole Eastwood in the 99 up to third place as well. Really good weekend for him so far in this 99 car, trying to cap off what's been a solid weekend. But Weeks holds the lead here as we go through the downhill section. Schwamberg himself is coming off a win at Richmond a little while ago, and well, the less said about that race the better, but that was a big moment for Schwamberg to get points in that situation here as Dejan goes a little bit off track into the grass, and Schwamberg got a way better corner than he did. They may open the door. Here comes the 10. You have to imagine there's going to be some grass on the number 30 car. And Schwamberg now, he's going to have the draft down the back straightaway. Weeks leads the first lap, but here comes the 10 with a head of steam. Schwamberg doesn't shoot it up the bottom, but he's going to try to cut him off the exit. Whoa, Dejan goes off into the grass there, recovers the car, but now he's in danger of losing the lead. And, whoa, Weeks tries to slide him in front of him to defend the position, but Schwamberg crosses him up. And that's going to give him the lead, and that was a very nice move by the 10. It's only lap 2, and yet they're racing like it's 5 laps to go. As Dejan, he's not going to give this up yet. He is going to fight back on the 10. This is a really good battle here for the lead, but it's causing a couple of guys to catch up. DJ Curtis is now up to third as he's gone past the 99 and 82. Weeks tries to clear the 10. Schwamberg once again gets a run off the corner. Gets a really good run. As a matter of fact, he's going to be able to pull ahead of him on the straightaway. And Schwamberg retakes the lead. Here's the battle for 14th right now, as Rodriguez, Bobo Jones, and Charles Sanford are doing battle here as Jones slides up into the 8, into Sanford, into Rodriguez, and all three are off the track. Got a couple guys maybe being a little bit too overconfident in that corner. And now Sanford, he's trying to get his car unbeached. Jones trying to do the same thing. Can he prevent himself from getting stuck? I think he will. He does. The 44 gets back on the grass. And at some point, he should probably get back on the asphalt. I mean, it's up to him. He doesn't have to. But Bobo Jones now gets back moving. This battle for the lead continues. Weeks with a run on the 10 of Schwamberg. As Weeks gets a little bit off the racing line. He slides into the curbing and had to do some evasive maneuvers to not lose the damn thing. I think Cole Eastwood had to hit the brakes to not spin him. But Weeks now in some trouble. Here comes England and Eastwood now hovering all over him. Weeks trying to hold second. He had a shot the lead there for a moment, but now a completely different situation has arrived for him. And he's got a Red Bull all up inside of him. England, makes a little bit of slight contact, slides up the inside, and he's gonna go past Weeks. As Weeks slides into the grass again, that 30 car is just barely holding on for dear life. Weeks is overdriving the hell out of that damn thing, and I think it might be a little bit loose. But it's starting to cost him time as he falls to third and could be he could potentially fall out of a top 5 at the rate he's going right now. Sam England now, he's being waved to pit lane here on lap number 4, coming up on lap number 5. England had just taken second place from Dejan Weeks, but he's coming to pit road early. It didn't look like he had a problem. They've got the tires prepared. This is a scheduled stop. So Sam England and the A2 team looks like they're gonna maybe go a little off cycle here or try an alternate strategy. This is very early to pit. And the battle for second continues to be hell on earth as DJ Curtis is now trying to clear the 30 of Weeks for second place. Cody Lamas now getting in the fight here. He's all over the back of Eastwood. And Curtis takes second place from Weeks. That 30 just does not seem healthy. Curtis goes up to second place here. Lamas now with a run. He got past the 99. Now he wants the 30 to get into third place there as Eastwood tries to throw it down the middle 3 wide, but backs out of it. And now Lamas with a run. He clears the 30 of Weeks for third. Weeks has got to be getting frustrated right now. He is losing track of Schwamberg, and he was really competitive with that 10 in those opening couple of laps. But it seems the pace is starting to drop off. Here's Eric DeMaxon, the number 18. He's currently running in 21st, but he's actually running the fastest laps on track right now. And this is now unsponsored number 18 Joseph Sirigley racing car. The season has not exactly been what DeMax has particularly hoped for, but at the moment he's logging in some really quick laps and he's been driving his way through the field. And if he can get some track position, he may be able to make some noise. He slides all the way up in front of the 33. Trying to clear him. So drag race down the straightaway there. DeMax looks like he's maybe lacking a little bit of some power on the straightaway here, as he continues to do battle with Cal Farrell for the spot here. DeMax, ooh, I think he may have nicked the 33 a little bit. It is just hard racing all the way up and down the field. You can see Stinson behind with the 36 as he's going to shove him into the grass. I don't think Stinson's going to appreciate that one. Very aggressive driving by Cloud. And I don't think Stinson's too thrilled. Stinson trying to keep up with his teammate DeMax. And I think Stinson, he is going to make Cloud work for this one. And he repasses the 56. DeMax managed to get ahead of Farrell, and now Stinson, who looks like he's driving very angry right now, he's going to now get up the inside as Farrell slides into the grass, gets the car under control. And Farrell, he throws it up the inside, he dives it to Stinson, and they're going to go both around. Farrell threw it hard into the corner after going off track, and he just beached Stinson and got himself spun. Oof, that was that did not look like a very good move. We'll have to look at that one again. But Stinson, I think he should be able to get the car unbeached. He is trying everything he can to get this car moving. If he can just get at least the front, run the rear tires off, he can. He does. He gets back on the track. But he has lost a lot of time, and Stinson has got to be so frustrated right now. He got used up hard by two different drivers over the course of 2 laps, and now he's in trouble. Here's what happened again. Farrell completely misses the corner. He goes off track into the grass and then tries to make up the time, but he just dives it in so hard into Stinson, and there was just no way he was going to make that stick. Can't imagine the officials would be very happy about that maneuver. And Farrell's the one that kind of got away with it a little bit better than Stinson did. Dejon Weeks, who has been slowly falling through the top 10, he's coming to pit road early in the number 30 car, and he is going to try and, I think, get this car tightened up because it has become completely undrivable, I think, for Weeks. So he's coming to pit road early to get the car some new tires and maybe some handling adjustments here. Sam England now being called back to pit road. Here on lap number 7, he just came off pit road a few laps ago for an early stop, but it seems that something has gone wrong. And we're being told England is reporting that a tire was not secured properly. He's coming back down to get new tires on. But Sam England, who was running in second place, he is now going to have to run at least an extra stop compared to the rest of the field. And that is a dagger to what looked like a promising day for him. Things are getting real testy right now as we got 2 Spartan cars racing for position here along with the 76 of Aiden Shepard, and they are 3 wide heading towards the snake turn. And someone's got to back out of this. Will anyone back out? Shepard hits the 00, and Dylan Young has been slammed into the wall. And whoa, we got more contact behind. Nelson Reeves has hit the wall. Farrell with some damage. Someone else got involved too. May have been Sanford. So we saw Ian Shepard put Young in the wall. This is what happened to Reeves. Reeves lost it. Reeves lost it in the corner. And then Farrell and that person just had nowhere to go. But a massive moment in that corner. Several cars end up with some damage. Reeves and Young, they were the two probably biggest victims in that. Well, not really victims, but they were definitely the ones who got the most damage in that crash. And now they're together. Funny how that works. Meanwhile, Dylan Schwamberg has lost his gap that he had at the lead as Cody Lamas, who right now is the fastest car on the track, he is now going to make a move on Schwamberg for the lead. Lamas has just gone faster and faster as this run has gone on, and he zoomed right past Schwamberg with basically no effort, and I think the handling on the 10 is starting to go, as there goes Curtis around the outside to pass him to put the 10 to third. And he's losing time really quickly here. Lamas and Curtis just blew right by him like it was nothing. You have to wonder if maybe Schwamberg, either the long run just wasn't there, or he may have accidentally burned the tires trying to get away from everyone. But you gotta imagine Rodriguez is gonna be calling him to pit road as soon as possible. But Lamas now in the lead with DJ Curtis behind. Two guys who could really use a run like this. They have it right now, but it's still early. Look at this, Eric DeMax in the 18. This is for 10th. DeMax right now is absolutely on fire at the moment. He was 21st 5 laps ago. He's about to crack the top 10. But he's got a United Emirates Racing wall in front of him. But DeMax, he is just absolutely on fire right now. He is passing everyone left and right. And now he's looking for a spot in the top 10. He may actually 10 seconds back. I mean, that's a lot to make up, but he's got race-winning pace right now. And if they can hit this stop correctly, DeMax might have this at the very end if he can just get up there, but it's going to get a little bit more difficult. DeMax goes past Sorfox to get inside the top 10, but now he's got Harple to deal with. Whatever issues DeMax may have had in practice or qualifying, they seem to have gone right out the window. Here comes Curtis. He's setting up a move on the 48 of Lamas. Makes slight contact with the 48. Sends him up the track. And Curtis slides through into the lead. Curtis in the 19 for Cybertron Motorsports. He's stuck behind Lamas through these last couple of laps. And he's pounced. And now Lamas in the Curtis racing car. A bit of a family-on-family action here. Make the joke in your head. But now Lamas would look like he may be able to sail off into the sunset for at least a little while. He's now got his hands full with DJ Curtis, the two-time runner-up in the points over these last 2 seasons. Well, one of them was a third, but you know what I mean. Pit stops begin, and DJ Curtis comes to pit road. Lamas will follow suit. Schwamberg follows as well. Will anyone stay out to go an extra lap here? I do not think so. I take it back. Dom Caps in the 6 is going to go an extra lap here. And DeMax as well. So DeMax, not only does he have the fastest car on the track, arguably, he's now going to make sure he has the best tires on the track. Here's the race off pit road for what should be for the lead, DJ Curtis. He is first out of the box, and he's the first onto the racing surface. And here comes Lamas, here comes Schwalmberg, and here comes Dejan Weeks, who, remember, pitted a couple of laps ago. So he comes out there, Eastwood, Acosta, Perkins, Sirigley, and Harple. I believe that'll be your top 10. So Weeks at the moment, he has warm tires, but at the same time, he's going to have the oldest ones. So You have to imagine how fast this 30 will be as the run goes on. But Weeks, he's going to immediately make it a move on Dylan Schwamberg for the position. This is for what should be third. And Weeks with the warm tires going to take advantage of the pace, and he takes the spot. There's Dom Capps in 6th coming off at pit road. He is going to merge out back up with the field, and he's going to have the coldest tires in the field in the 6th car. But that's not the only story going on right now. Eric DeMax has elected to go an extra lap here in the 18, and if you look at the lap count, I wonder if DeMax is maybe trying to stretch the fuel a little bit, which I'm not sure how the heck he's going to do that when he's been basically hot lapping this entire time. But DeMax takes the lead for now as he's trying to run this fuel as far as it can go. But right now this is for the effective lead, with DJ Curtis up ahead of the 48 of Cody Lamas. Now you might have saw the 91 of Zayden Davidson. He is in 22nd. He's off cycle. I believe he came to pit road to fix the damage that he got from Shade Eve, so he is still off strategy, but he's up in 22nd, and they're hoping that somehow this will work out for him. Here's DeMax in the 18, and he is going to lose some time here. I think he may fall outside the top 10 again, but he will have the freshest tires in the field and the most fuel, and he's actually going to come out right next to Capps, who he pitted the lap after, and in fact, he actually gained time on Capps by staying out an extra lap. So this is actually shockingly working out for DeMax at the moment. I think he actually may have gained some positions. We are halfway into this race here at Road 1. Here's Dejon Weeks in the 30 with the warm tires. And he is still making up places here. And Weeks now trying to clear the 48 of Lamas. I tell you what, Weeks, I think whatever issues may have plagued that car in the first run, they're gone now, because this 30 looks a lot more stable than it did earlier in the day. So some very good adjustments from the 30 team to get him back in contention here. But again, he pitted early, and you have to imagine how that's going to affect the car as the run goes on. But this is the battle for the lead, with Weeks clearly the faster car. Here comes Weeks up the inside of the 19 DJ Curtis, and he's got Cody Lamas with them here. Lamas now all over the back of the 30. They are stuck together in a chain as the 40 of Lamas gets to the back of the 30. Weeks is in the wall. Dejon Weeks, second place in the wall. And he took a hard hit in the rear. And Weeks, who looked like he was primed to take the lead back, he has now ended up in the fence. And I think it just got a little bit too tight in the snake corner. And that 30 is looking real rough in the back there. You have to wonder how that's going to affect the handling of this 30 car. They just got the handling fixed. Another look at this here. Weeks. Ooh, Lamas was just all over him, and Dejon didn't. He didn't even get to. He was not even in control of the car for the last 5 seconds of that corner. He was basically along for the ride. And he's got heavy damage. Oh, engine problems for the 44 of Bobo Jones. And I think that incident he had earlier in the day has all of a sudden come back and reared its ugly head, and the engine's gone on the 44. And he's about to head into an uphill section. I'm not sure, I'll be impressed if he gets us up the hill. I think he does have enough in the engine to make it. A tough break for the Young Family Racing team. As Bobo Jones' day goes from bad to worse. So here's Bobby Jones in the FBRL Sony Cup Modified. I guess that damage he earned in the opening lap wreck was a bit more severe than I guess Monster Energy Racing anticipated, because they basically just removed everything except the engine. I mean, at least the car's lighter. To be honest, if he makes contact with one more thing, I think the engine might fall out of the car and explode onto the track and might kill a couple of people. Just saying. Got a points battle here. Joseph Sirigley and the 83 of Anthony Marchese go past the 14 of Sean Harple. There's Dom Capps. Remember, he pitted a lap later than the rest of the field, so he theoretically should have fresher tires than the guys behind him here. But this is the battle for points right now. And it's going to get real rough here, I think, as this race goes on. I think this was a race that a lot of people expected this 86 to really compete for the win here, but so far the pace has not exactly been there. They're still in the points, so it's still in all a good day, but definitely I don't think what they were hoping for as the two Emirates cars go together. Silverfox and Harp all over each other as Harple slides off the track a bit. Ooh, Harple slides into his teammate, trying to get the advantage on him, but Silverfox, with a slightly better corner exit, he's going to get out. And there's Weeks. He's going to come to pit road and get that car fixed. And this should be the last stop of the day for Weeks, we believe. He should be able to make it on gas the rest of the way by pitting here. So they're going to fix damage and then try to undercut the field, I suppose. But a tough day for Weeks. And Eric DeMax, freshest tires in the field and perhaps the fastest car on track. He is passing cars and he's doing it really quickly here. He is 11 seconds behind the lead, so he lost time, but he's faster than them both. And he's still got a little bit of time. But DeMax makes the pass to go into 6th place. He got right past Acosta with no issues. And now he's going to have his eyes set on Sean Perkins. You can see the fastest laps. Dejan Weeks has the fastest lap in the 30. That's how well that car was doing before him and Lamas got together. Matthew Rodriguez's 9 car has also picked up the pace as well, despite an incident. And DeMax has the 3rd fastest lap. So that's the general pace of what we're looking at here throughout this field. Oh, we got a car with an engine that has gone up in smoke. That's the 98 Breeding Enterprises car. And I believe that's Bradley Bishop Jr. It is. So Bishop Jr. in the 98 driving part-time for this team. He has lost the engine and he's parked the car on the side of the track there. And blowing an engine on an uphill section is not ideal. So I can't exactly blame him for just pulling it off. Cole Eastwood in the 99. He's coming to pit road early with 10 laps to go. So it looks like Eastwood's going to go off the cycle here. He's going to pit early to try and undercut the field. So trying something different to make up time. Battle for 3rd here. Eric DeMax has gone past Perkins, and now he wants to get on the podium here as he gets to the back of Schwallenberg for the spot and gives him a rub. And to Max, in probably not the nicest way, I think should get past the 10 of Schwalmberg, although I can't imagine he's too happy about that one. But to Max, from 21st up to 3rd, and the 18 car is just on a mission. And now he sits roughly 9 seconds behind. Time's running out, but he is just absolutely the best car in this field. Passed through the entire top 20, basically over the course of the race. Well, one thing's for sure, if we come back here, JSR is definitely going to write down the sub notes for this one. My goodness. DJ Curtis will pit from the lead for the final stop of the day. Curtis will prevent an undercut from happening by pitting first, and Lamas will elect to stay out. So Lamas will retake the lead, and Curtis is all by himself on pit road, it looks like. At least it looks like it from that angle. Nope, we got some stragglers in the back. Looks like the 86 and a couple of others running near the top 10 are coming to pit road as well. But that will give the lead to Lamas. So Lamas takes the lead. He wants to make sure he has the freshest tires in a possible final lap battle with the 19. You got to imagine Lamas in the 48 car. They are preparing to come to pit road, but looking behind, him and Curtis might have company. Eric DeMax is 2 seconds quicker than Lamas right now, and he is hard charging towards the lead. He was 9 seconds behind. He's got it down to 5.7. DeMax, I think, may be making what could be a potential late run at this win. But Lamas and Curtis, they've been really fast all day today. And I don't think they're going to want to have DeMax sit too long. I mean, they can run him. They ran him 15 laps, so they could run him an extra 5 laps compared to Curtis, but Curtis will then undercut them. So I'm not sure if DeMax going too far into the run would be a very smart play strategically, but we will see what they do here. It's all up to, I think, what Lamas and Curtis do here. Curtis is going to make sure he's got fresh tires, but Lamas, he's going to have 1 lap fresher tires if he pits. If he stays out an extra lap, which I don't think he will not. Lamas will come to pit road. I think he saw DeMax coming and realized it was time to pit. And DeMax, he's going to follow the 48 in, so DeMax is going to put himself on equal footing with the top 2 and rely on his own skills to make a run at this win. For the effective lead, DJ Curtis, he's going to come out ahead of the 48 of Cody Lamas. And he's got a gap. He was able to undercut the 48 and possibly pull a couple of seconds on him. DeMax comes out of pit lane in 3rd. It's going to be down between these 3, I believe. Cole Eastwood, he undercutted the field. How effective was that? I don't see the 99. There's Eastwood. Remember, he was the first car to come pit. Not for damage, but is what I mean, because Weeks had to come in and pit. He pitted early to fix damage, but Eastwood, he didn't do that. But the 99 has lost a lot of time, so I don't think this undercut worked out for the 99 Flipside team at all, as now Will Goss is in front of him. So Ryan Acosta, he stayed out. He actually is going to lead this lap. He actually stayed out longer than everyone else, so he's going to try and copy what the 18 team did and get himself the fresh tires in the field and hope for the best. So Pretty aggressive move by Acosta, but he's only going to get a couple of laps to make use of these tires alongside Vince Freeze in the 25, who's also on the same strategy. And it looks like they're going to fall in right behind the top 10, so a top 10 should be on the cards here for Acosta and Freeze, perhaps, as this should be for 11th with On Jack. Brandon Moore is coming to pit lane, and he fell a lap down, and he's reporting a problem over the radio. He's actually 2 laps down now. So Morris pulls into his stall, and he's done. Brandon Morris is out. Tuck break for the 89 team. A team that's struggled to qualify in for races this year, and suddenly, I wonder if something had just gone really wrong. So here's what happened with Morris. We believe he may have lost some kind of power in the car, because look what happens on the straightaway here. Lamas just blows right by him without any effort, so something had gone terminally wrong in the 89 during this lap. And considering they'd already fallen a lap down, they're going to have quite an interesting post-race diagnosis to perform on this 89, because that was quite sudden. Three laps to go here, Road 1. DJ Curtis with a 3.9 second lead over Cody Lamas, and Lamas is gaining. DJ Curtis was the first car in the top 10, well, the first car in the top 5, I should say, to come to pit road, so he has the oldest tires. Lamas has about 1 lap fresher, so it's not a major difference, but Lamas has basically got to run the car as hard as he can. And this is a top 3. Eric DeMack sitting behind. This is a top 3 that are all desperate for a really good points day. And they all 3, if they can just keep their cars on the racing surface, they're going to be in line for it easily. Dylan Schwalberg down to 4th place. At one point was leading this race and had a clear racetrack, but unfortunately seems like the 10's handling maybe has just not been able to keep up with the other cars as the race has gone on, and the adjustments just haven't helped. But at the same time, the silver lining is, based on where Schwalberg is right now, 4th place I think should be enough to at least tie or take the points lead from Zayden Davidson, or at least be really close to him. So at this point, you take what you can get. Sean Perkins in the 57 in 5th place. What's been a really great day for him, for this Great Lakes Motorsports team. Joseph Srigley in the 86, apologies. He's in the 86. He's worked his way up to 6th place after hovering the top 10 for most of the day. Seems the speed has come to the 86, but it's a little bit too late to make a run for the lead. Sean Harple and James Silverfox here, running 7th and 8th, looking for a double top 10 day for United Emirates Racing, and they could be in line for it, but they've got some company behind. Dom Capps and Ryan Acosta finish your top 10, and Acosta has the freshest tires in the field alongside Vince Freeze, and he looks a little bit quicker than these guys. So this is going to get very interesting here for the points. 2 laps to go. Peter on Jack in the 4 and 11th, trying to run down these drivers in the top 10, trying to see if he can maybe squeeze a point out of this. Vince Freeze in the 25, Jesse Turner in the 17. All these guys going to be missing out on a solid points day. TPR with 2 cars outside the top 10. Flipside Motorsports got 2 of their cars here stuck together, 16th and 17th, but not for points, unfortunately for them. Eastwood looks a little bit faster than the 51, so I wonder if the car is starting to come in for the 99. Matthew Rodriguez, despite getting involved in an incident, looking like he's going to get a top 20. There's Dejon Weeks, your pole sitter, and who led a couple of laps today. Unfortunately got involved in a wreck with Lamas, and the 30 has lost most of the pace it had. But still be looking at a top 20 here. You can see on the straightaways that 30 is struggling. There comes Patrick Smith in the 04. He's going to blow right by the 30 with no effort. And now Cloud's going to make a dive up the inside to take the spot as well. Weeks trying to fight back in the corner, but the straightaways, I think, where the 30 is going to be struggling here. Just tough for him. Real tough. Going through the rest of his field. Stinson up to 28, trying to recover from an unfortunate off-track incident. Zane Davidson, your points leader, about to be former points leader, down in 29th. Coming to the white flag, DJ Curtis in the 19 has just got to make it around one more time around this very long and fast circuit as Cody Lamas continues to cut the lead down, 3.3 down to 2.6. But if Lamas is going to want to have a shot, he's going to have to pick up the pace. Eric DeMax, he cuts the lead down to 9.3, but sadly for him, he's got to run out of time. But what an incredible drive to the field for DeMax. This is one of the best drives Joseph Sirigley Racing has perhaps ever had in the Sony Cup Series, just based on the accomplishments alone of where they started and how they got up to this point. And they're on pace for a podium here, as long as DeMax keeps the car straight. Schwalmberg in the 10, Perkins at 57, going to be a very interesting point standings after this. But look at this battle here for points as Caps up the inside of Sorfox, pushes him way up the track, almost towards the grass. Caps with a very desperate move to get the position from Sorfox. Well, actually, I take that back, to defend the position from Sorfox. He crossed the line ahead of the 34, and Sorfox, I don't think he's very thrilled about that move Caps did. As Onjak with a dive, he almost just punted Acosta. This is the battle for 8th right now, and the battle for 10th for points. And it has gone down to the wire. Just a few corners to go for DJ Curtis. Lamas has cut the gap down, but he is not going to catch him in time. And DJ Curtis, after what has been a very difficult first half of the year, he is going to cross the line and win another Sony Cup Series race, his first of the year. Cody Lamas crosses in second place, a very much needed finish for him. DeMax finishes third, he claims the podium. Dylan Schwalmberg holds off Perkins to stay ahead for fourth, as Perkins finishes fifth. Sirigley is going to cross the line for sixth place. Sean Harple is going to find 7th, and the battle for points here. Caps will stay ahead of Sorfox to stay in 8th. Sorfox crosses the line 9th, and Acosta scores a point. He finishes 10th, and unfortunately was not able to get the points that he may have wanted to get with those fresh tires, as Sorfox looks like he may have expressed some frustrations with the 6 of Caps after the flag. And Onjak was just not able to pick off one more position.